Brilliant Adventures is about two brothers who live on an estate in Middlesbrough. It's almost completely abandoned, and it's about the various hijinks they get up to. It's difficult to describe without giving too much away, I guess. It's kind of about brotherhood, and there's kind of elements of science fiction in there, and it's kind of a bit of a... I think it's a bit of a western, although no one else seems to think that. I think it's a bit of a western. What else would you say about it?
Well, it's just a mad, brilliant play, which has got a lot of different styles, and that's what attracted me to it. Well, the part attracted me to it, and then the play first, and then looking at this part, which seemed unplayable on paper, but when we investigated it in rehearsals, and we peeled more and more layers back, you know, it was fascinating. It's endlessly fascinating, and it's still fascinating now, even though we've just opened it. But it feels like there's endless possibilities. But Ali's written a wonderful part, because I can't tell you much about it really, other than that there's kind of two. It's the same character, but there's two very kind of contrasting interpretations of that character within the evening, within the construct of the play, and that's kind of what attracted me to it. So you're showing two sides of the same person.
You've quite an extreme version, don't you?
Yeah.
You have a kind of more everyday version.
Yeah. Yeah, and also the fact that it was set in Teesside, I thought it was very interesting that it was set in Middlesbrough, because not many plays are written about Middlesbrough, and it's my hometown. Even though I've worked at live quite a lot, I've done about 5 or 6 shows, the last one being Pitman Painters, which I originally did with Lee, I think, and Max Roberts, I think originally in 2007, and I was in that for about 3-4 years. So it's going to be wonderful coming back to live theatre, because I live in Newcastle, so fantastic coming back with this play, which is fantastic. So I'm very, very proud of this project, very proud indeed. And Ali's written a wonderful, you know, piece of work. For actors, it's a great piece for actors to investigate and get their heads around.
And the audience seemed to like it tonight?
Yeah, very much, you know.
A lot of laughs and gasps and winces and... tears?
Yeah, it is. There's laughs. It's also very ugly. It's very bloody. You know, there's lots in it. You know, so I suppose it is. It's very, you know, it's very kind of a derivative of certain film and everything else. But the image is fantastic. Inspired. Sorry, yes, inspired.
Derivative.
But yeah, wonderful stuff.
I think it's important to, if you're making theatre, to make an experience that couldn't work in another medium. And I think it's important to give people something that they couldn't get from TV or radio or reading a book.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that this is a show that does that. And I'm also hoping that it's a show that maybe people who wouldn't consider going to the theatre to see might kind of get something out of it as well.
Yeah.
I'm hoping so anyway.
People don't want to go to the theatre to see kind of low-key naturalism or television acting necessarily. People want to go to the theatre to see... I think people who make theatre should put on theatre, you know, not necessarily anything that we normally relate to on a day-to-day basis. So, you know, there's some extraordinary things that happen in the show, but that's why it's such great theatre, because Ali's got a real handle on how to make great theatre, and I think that's so important. And that's what theatre's about. If you look up the definition of the word theatre, it's kind of what it's about, and that's what I love about this show, about this play, and about the production.